today. Please look, you won't be disappointed.
What is up, guys? Sorry I've been away for so long, but I have returned with an old friend in the Diablo 3 Witch Doctor, so expect a lot of T6 build videos and patch updates over the next few weeks. And we're going to start this series off with a build that's based on an item that's been gaining a lot of popularity at the moment, and that is the Grin Reaper. The Grin Reaper, if used with a specific set of abilities, can produce seriously crazy results. And not only that, but this specific build I'm going to show you is only going to get stronger in the upcoming 2.1 patch. One of the abilities that's getting buffed is the Spider Queen rune, which will see its DPS roughly double that of its current damage. And with your mimic summoned by the Grin Reaper, you will be causing some serious FPS drops and lag for everyone in your party with the amount of crap you'll be spamming on the screen. The sheer amount of Spider Queens that you can generate alone is absolute madness. It is madness, trust me. Look at this. Look at all the minions. It's OP, son, but how does it work? We'll start with the abilities first. For our main CC and AoE, we're using Piranado, an amazing utility in itself, but what makes it so special with this build is the fact that our mimics will be constantly casting it alongside you, so you can have the map locked down within seconds, allowing you to spam our second ability, our AoE ability, Acid Cloud, with the Lob Blob rune. Again, your mimics will be spamming this alongside you at no extra cost to your resource. It's absolutely free, and the combination of the two abilities make for some great synergy. The next ability, and the real bread and butter to the build, is of course the Spider Queen. Throw one down every time you engage a pack, and before long you will have your own little army raised via the help of your mimics. For mobility and defense, we're taking Spirit Walk with Jaunt naturally, as we do with pretty much every Witch Doctor build. And for our last two abilities, we are using Zombie Dogs with Rabid Dogs and Plague of Toads with Adlin Toads, which brings us to the gear that you will be needing for this build. For Zombie Dogs and Adlin Toads to really be effective, you'll be needing the Tall Man's Finger and the Rahino Flayer. You will of course be needing the Grin Reaper and ideally a pair of Swampland Waders, but everything else is optional. I personally like to run two sets with the Ring of Grandeur, Orchilds, which is great against elites, and Black Thorns for a bit of extra tankiness. Our passives are Midnight Feast for ultra dog damage, Pierce the Veil, as you'll mostly be spamming Plague of Toads, letting the mimics do the rest. Brave Injustice, you can really spam your Spirit Walk and Piranado, as well as the marginal returns given by the ability. And lastly, Fetish Sycophants, which just sends the build into minion overkill. For our core Paragon points, I've dumped all intel for offense. I've gone pure attack speed, which is vital for Plague of Toads, as the faster you attack, the faster you'll spawn those mimics, followed by a crit damage and crit chance. Defensively, as an intellect class, resistances are not as important for us as other classes, so we want to stack life and armor first, then follow up with resistances. And for utility, we want to max out area damage, because every time one of our Adlin Toads explodes, we're setting off a whole chain of CC, and combined with your Piranado spam, you have the entire map confused and locked down within seconds. You then want to go for life on hit, followed by resource reduction. That's the build, guys. I'm currently working on a fire version of this build on the PTR for the upcoming 2.1 patch, where there will be a lot of element changes for fire. None of this will affect this build, apart from the buff the Spider Queen, making this build even stronger. If you like the video, please give it a like, and if you're not subscribed, hit that sub button for more Diablo 3 build videos coming soon. Okay, take care, guys.